Hello everyone, today I'm gonna be watching a Starsector review. Explore the Cosmos, Ruin Everything by Seth. So yeah, let's go and check this out. In the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey people.
Seth here. Starsector is an open-world space strategy game about selling heroin and illegally harvested kidneys on the black market, making money off misery, disruption, and political unrest, and ambushing trade convoys in deep space just to watch a planet descend into chaos. I've been playing this planet
Jesus Christ, okay.
into chaos. I've been playing this game on and off for years now. It's amazing, yet I don't hear many people talk about it. Starsector is a massive project done entirely by 4 people, and it's had updates for about 9 years now, each one getting closer to their dream goal of simulating a living, breathing galaxy. Story, okay, nobody gives a shit, so I'm gonna be quick, right?
So why are you even mentioning it?
Humanity figured out faster than light travel. We colonized thousands of worlds. Breathing galaxy. Story. Okay, nobody gives a shit, so I'm gonna be quick. Right. So in Starsector, humanity.
Human race. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Jesus Christ, that is a long range.
Worlds spanning hundreds of galaxies using the relays from Mass Effect, which were the only practical way of crossing galaxies. They were the only practical way until suddenly, nobody knows exactly why, all the gate systems went dead. We could no longer reach the rest of humanity. This event is referred to as
sounds like it's expensive.
The end of the prosperous domain era. In an isolated galaxy 206 cycles after the collapse, our story takes place. Common humanity has been replaced with ambition, desperation, and conflict. Our future is bleak, and we don't know what tomorrow might hold for us. Welcome to Starsector. Basically, everything's a piece of shit. We're in the galactic version of the Dark Ages, but it's super fun. Nobody remembers how to make anything anymore, mainly because of DRM and copyright laws. I'm not kidding.
Are you fucking kidding me?
In-game reason. We can't reliably make new ships or machinery because all the corporations put copy protection on their design chips. Anyway, in the chaos that followed, everybody broke off into their own respective factions and keep dick-waving each other. But
harvested organs, goddamn.
Enough power
he wasn't kidding.
Out or unify the competition. However, they didn't account for one thing. You, thrown into the space sandbox, you begin as nothing but a pilot with a small fleet. Insignificant in the scale of things, but given time, practice, and some high-level maneuvers, you could be the one person to unite the sector. Or reduce it to the Stone Age. Every faction is unique.
Oh, that's what everyone's probably doing.
Pays to be nice to them. That is, if they can be reasoned with. In no particular order, these are the hegemony, which represent the combined remains of law and order from the domain era.
Okay, so the man,
which said fuck taxes and broke off from the hegemony.
That's everything, basically.
A military dictatorship, which also said fuck taxes and broke off from the hegemony.
All right.
Which represents the R&D business interest of Tritachyon Incorporated, the mega corporation responsible for
also like robots,
unregulated AI technology. Conversely, there's the Luddic Church, who are subhumans that believe the collapse was God's punishment for molesting the stars, and that artificial intelligence is literally electronic Satan. These are considered the moderates.
Makes sense.
Then there's the Luddic Path, a sect of fundamentalist space jihadists that believe the answer to man's technological hubris is
why do we always have that shit everywhere? What the fuck?
Rampant terrorism. Everyone hates the Luddic Path, and the Luddic Path hates everyone.
True.
And finally, pirates. These are self-explanatory and quite consistent with their ideology. You have stuff I want, so I'm going to kill you. Or you don't. I'm going to kill you anyway for the hell of it. Your relations and interactions with each of these factions will determine the fate of a galaxy. Anyway, Anyway, gameplay.
Alright.
Everything's a wreck. Tensions are high, but most of all, there's profit to be made. Mostly everything in Starsector revolves around money or credits. These are effectively space bitcoins and are universally accepted everywhere. Most of the time, as in real life, will be spent figuring out how to make as much money as possible. You can see why I love this game. It runs in my blood. Your starting fleet is very small. You can't really fight most enemies, but you are fast and burn very little fuel to get around. The only means of interstellar travel in Starsector is by diving into hyperspace and burning through metric tons of antimatter fuel to reach distant stars. So the size and composition of your fleet is important for fuel economy. You should always watch your fuel tanks and pray you never run dry while in the middle of deep space, because once you go dry, your fleet will be pulled into the nearest gravity well, which, if you're unlucky, might be a red giant. If you're very
oh my god,
a black hole. So at the start,
Jesus,
I recommend
okay,
using planetary surveys and exploration contracts. These don't require much investment, just patience and nerves of steel. Sometimes while exploring deep space, you might hear distress signals. And nerves of steel. Sometimes while exploring deep space, you might hear
so is it like the people who also lost fuel or something?
Just ignore them.
Why?
Contracts are offered to you by
What's in there?
frequencies from different factions, businesses, and planet administrators. How close you are to the nearest communications relay will decide how quickly you hear about it, since transmissions travel in real time. You should generally be very quick about grabbing these. Space is busy, and contracts
This game
can be
looks
withdrawn
dope.
or taken by somebody else without notice.
It sounds
With
even
money
better.
to spare, you can go ahead and actually invest into your own ships. And let me tell you, there's a lot of ships to choose from with different roles.
Holy
Actually
crap.
invest into your own ships. And let me tell you,
Some of them look the same. Basically, like when EVE Online had so many different ships, like 5 of them look the same, literally. So hopefully there are differences that are just absolutely diversify the type of ships you want to get.
there's
Actually,
a lot of ships to choose from, with different roles, specifications, and hull sizes. This ranges from the smallest frigates to capital class ships, which take up most of the screen. It doesn't
Holy
end there.
shit.
Every ship can be modified, outfitted,
Oh
and
my
equipped with
god.
weapons respective to the type and size of the mount. There's a lot of crazy setups. You can even make huge modifications to the hull to completely change your ship's behavior. For example, let's say you want your cruiser to act as a makeshift carrier. You can convert their cargo bays to accommodate fighter squadrons instead. Some factions also cook up their own modifications. Pirates don't have top-of-the-line equipment, so they improvise. For this reason, the Pirate's capital class ship is a stolen cargo freighter ripped apart and stitched back together with as many guns as they can possibly
my
hold.
god.
The Leather Path follows the same philosophy.
It looks so
of
fucking
DIY
good.
hull mods, but they don't care about coming back alive. So they take captured fuel ships, override the safety settings, and turn it into a gigantic battering ram. And it's absolutely terrifying when you realize it's burning towards you at full speed. The amount of customization is insane.
Jesus
and you can do it
Christ.
for every single ship in your fleet.
This almost looks like Astralis, like in the game. Fucking confusion, like in Reincarnate, basically.
Combat takes place automatically, with your fleet responding to orders to the best of their ability. They're actually quite good, until you get a reckless officer who decides that the best defense is a good offensive ramming maneuver. However, you pilot your flagship directly. It takes some getting used to. Every ship generates flux whenever they shoot or absorb damage, so you'll have to manage or vent the extra flux into space to avoid overloading your system and leaving yourself open to attack. The same goes for enemies. As if all of this wasn't already too much to take in, every ship type has unique specializations. For example, phase-class ships can't use shields. Instead, they can do this, which
What
moves
the
the
fuck?
ship safely into an
Oh my, just like a
dimension
stealth
where
movement?
time flows much faster. Combine that with my favorite ship in the game, the Starsector equivalent of Killer Queen, and you've got a ship that can turn anything into a bomb while hiding inside another dimension. I don't have to explain shit. It just works. Combat is amazing
It does.
once you figure it out. It's simultaneously the hardest and most satisfying component of the game. Luckily, your capital is not at risk. All planetary stations offer combat simulations to test your design.
Nice.
However, you'll need a lot more money to get to that point, so you'll need to work with the game's economic system.
Can you do
Yes,
trading?
This game has a fully simulated real-time economy. Every colony produces,
Yes.
demands, and consumes different resources and needs a constant stream of trade traffic to stay functional. The
That's what I'm
resources
talking
needed
about. That's what I'm
depend on
fucking
the
talking
industry.
about.
For example, mining. Mining is very depressing, so miners consume a lot of heroin to numb the pain of being a miner.
Jesus
A mining
Christ.
colony's output stagnates if the smuggled narcotics cannot meet demand. Each
Oh,
time
no.
you enter a marketplace in the game, you can pull up the entire market data, see consumers, producers, market shares, and relative prices across
Literally
the
like
sector. But
EVE
making a
Online.
profit isn't that easy. The open market is subject to a massive trade tariff of 30%, which can quickly cut into
Fuck.
your margins.
Fuck.
So we don't trade on the open market.
What?
We trade
Okay, what if can you capture that planet so you don't pay tariff anymore? Like, can you do that? Can you get a trade center for yourself and set tariff for yourself for the AI who wants to trade? Is that
on
possible?
the black market, smuggling shit
Well,
planet
shit.
to planet completely sidesteps paying taxes and lets you deal in highly illegal contraband like combat mechs, AI cores, harvested organs, and every drug you
Jesus
can think
Christ.
of. However, the life of a smuggler isn't that easy. Smuggle too much and your suspicion level increases, which means patrol fleets are more likely to do random stop searches. Sometimes they find nothing. Sometimes they find all of your contraband, destroy it, and hurt
Oh
your
my
reputation. I still
Can you
remember
fight
the
them and
moment
refuse?
I was amazed by this game. I was about to be stop searched by a random patrol, so I thought, hey, let's just eject all of my drugs out into space. So I got stop searched. They found nothing, as expected. Then the patrol officer said, hey, you're all clean. By the way, we scanned some cargo pods floating around nearby.
Oh, no.
And you know what? They're filled with illegal shit, but it's not yours, right? So we'll just confiscate these.
Oh
and
my
destroy
God,
them.
what the-
This game thinks of everything. So to smuggle
That's okay. That's fucking brilliant. That alone is just solved this game for me. That alone, the fact that they went so far for AR, so they understand that the player is going to like do a loophole, so they just fucking search the shit that you oh my God, that's brilliant.
effectively, let me teach you the tricks of a trade, which conveniently are the
Okay.
same tools you'll use for navigating space. Number 1. In civilized space, everyone has to have their transponder on. This is your fleet identification. It's illegal to go without it, but
Oh.
it makes it very obvious when you're doing shady business. The detection range of your fleet depends on your surroundings. A nearby asteroid field is the perfect place to hide. Once inside, we kill our transponder and go dark. Going dark means running engines on minimal power, which reduces your heat signature and makes you very hard to detect. Doing this, we quietly approach planets and do business anonymously, so the authorities can't trace it back to us. Number 2, if you get jumped by patrols or spotted, hit the emergency burn and outrun them. If they're too close, there's a chance they'll try and fire off an interdiction, which temporarily fries your burn drives. If
Yeah,
this
EMP.
happens, you're screwed. But we've got another trick up our sleeves. Number 3, transverse jumping. The most essential skill you can learn as a fleet commander. which lets
Nice.
You jump right into hyperspace without using a jump point. It's highly illegal, it takes a while to charge, but it lets you dab on patrols before they can reach you. With all of these tools, you should be able to make fat stacks of cash. Now, of course, regular smuggling is fine and dandy, but the big profits are taken from trade contracts, as they often pay several times the market value, provided
Oh,
you can
because they
deliver on
needed
time,
it.
or just hang around the local bar. At the end of the day, it turns out the best vehicle for human business is alcohol. This game is constant
Fucking opened up the egg on his fucking crushed idiot.
management, planning, and calculation. Sometimes things don't go as planned or get thrown off by factors outside your control, but these can also be exploited for your own gain. Let's say a system has been targeted by pirates. Smuggling is rampant. Trade convoys are going missing. This is terrible. However, it's
Very
also
suspicious.
terribly profitable for you. The more desperate a system gets, the cheaper they'll sell their exports, and the higher they'll pay for
Oh
imports
my
to save
god.
The market. You could even go.
That's nasty, yo. That's nasty.
Take advantage of a trade surplus, buy off the excess, and smuggle them back to the pirates. Pirates have terrible trade routes and will gladly pay good money for marines, mechs, and narcotics. War and conflict is just business after all. In this game, morality doesn't pay. Opportunistic pragmatism does. When your business relations sours or ceases to be profitable.
So okay, so I understand that that's his way of playing, but can you be like you know, like an honorable merchant or something? Can you like just be like lawful? Can you play that in your, like, can you inject that in your sense of playing, or you just need to be absolute maniac to make profit, right? What it is
to be profitable.
Do you have that choice?
A bounty contract for that same group of pirates.
Fuck.
Their safety in orbit and receive even more money
so
and praise from the faction that
but it's
posted
big
the
brain.
contract. You'll come back a celebrated hero, and lower-ranking officials will generally stay out of your way. You're a smuggler, you're doing illegal shit, but you're also helping us out. So we'll turn a blind eye for
a
now.
natural
You can
fucking
also do the
bastard.
same for the Luddic path. Who knew that arming radical space terrorists could be so profitable? This game is amazing, and with a
Arab money, baby.
you can go even further. With so much wealth and power, why not start exploring the far sectors of space? It's mostly filled with dead rocks and all sorts of natural and unnatural cosmic horrors like neutron stars, black holes, and even worse,
What the fuck is that?
But somewhere in all that chaos, you might get lucky. You
What
might
the
find
fuck was
a
that?
planet that's actually good, not too much unlike Earth. So you run a survey, send an expedition, and hey, what do you know? It is a damn good planet. So why not colonize it? Start your own colony, form your own faction, invest back into the colony, attract more people, and grow the
So you
population.
can make
Build
a
heavy
base.
batteries, orbital battle stations, and patrols to secure your domain. Expand aggressively. Announce that your station is now an open port. Profit from your own.
Oh my
market.
god!
Start an
Yes!
organ harvesting operation. Take so much of the illegally harvested organ market share that other factions get jealous and try to fuck you over with red tape, bureaucracy,
Fuck 'em!
and trade disruptions to prevent you from getting ahead. Subvert their plans by
Expand even
bribing
more.
their commanders. Become an industrial powerhouse. Get targeted by pirates for being too prosperous. Get targeted
Fuck 'em.
by the space jihad for
God
being too
damn it.
industrial. Get targeted by the hegemony because they realize why you're so successful. Because your colony
Why? Aren't hegemony lawful? Why can't we just pay them to protect us? Because they're lol, right? They're just like the government.
isn't run by humans. No, all this time your colony has been run by an alpha core, an artificial intelligence that overshadows the decision-making abilities of any human. In Starsector, using an AI is completely illegal. Using an alpha-level AI is extremely fucking illegal. As long as you keep bribing their military, they can't do anything. Eventually, decide that having an AI isn't worth the trouble. Try and pull it out. But you can't, because it's missing.
Shit. Can you do something? Can't you just have like hive mind, like in literally the what was that game? Stellaris. Like, can't you do that?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Come on, asshole.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
Realize that the AI already anticipated this. Get blackmailed by your own AI, who threatens to tell every faction in a sector that you've been using AI technology if you try and disconnect it.
What?
Do it anyway. Plunge your empire into total war. Raid the other factions and steal their copyright-protected blueprints. Watch them get obliterated by their own ship designs. Cripple their military. Propose a ceasefire. Receive no reply. Order a saturation bombardment.
What kind of asshole does that? Oh, we're going to ceasefire. They're sending ceasefire like acceptance. We're not gonna listen. Who the fuck does that?
Bombardment on every core world. Condemn millions to their death. Win. Decommission every AI
Jesus
core and
Christ.
throw them into the sun. And consider what you've done. Then, put one final bullet in the chamber. Hold the barrel against your temple and shoot. Starsector. It's
is
a lot of
insane.
fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, Seth, there's
I
nothing more to
bet,
say,
Jesus.
and you've covered everything. Wrong. This game also has its own active modding scene.
Oh,
which adds
come on.
dozens
Are
of
you
new ships,
kidding me?
weapons, and factions into the mix. There's even mods which merge them all together, letting new factions trade and interact with the rest. After finishing the base game, mods can keep you entertained with an entirely new game altogether. Sometimes the developers even incorporate mods into the main code if they're that good. Oh yeah, this game also works on Mac and Linux. This is probably one of the best products I've ever bought, and it only
Holy
cost
shit.
me $15. They make you use some old-ass website from the 2000s to get your CD key and download link, but hey, it works. I
Well,
can't really complain about something
is it
I've
on
played
Steam
for
then?
several hundred hours, nor something that keeps getting updates yearly. My only criticism is that chasing enemies or getting into a fight can take a long time if you're flying the larger ships, but again, this is something I fixed
Makes
with
sense.
a single
Bigger
mod.
target.
In an industry where you're piled on constantly with mediocrity, garbage, and bloated design, this is something
Diablo Immortals. That joke still exists. Come on. They made a big ass mistake. That was it. Making a mobile game. But who the fuck?
out by a
Idiots.
few guys that puts AAA studios to shame. I give it a 10 out of 10. I'm completely biased and I don't care.
No
Starsector
problem.
is a
It
beautiful
is
game,
an
and I
amazing game.
thoroughly recommend it. Go buy it. And if you're not sure, go try it. Here's my actual CD key. There's downloads below. You can smack it in there. Enjoy. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one. Alright, roll the credits.
Absolute fucking mad lad. This game looks fucking fantastic. The thing is, it reminds me of like, have you ever played Hard Truck? It reminds me of like a more advanced version of Hard Truck, combination of EVE Online and Astralis, but in more like less boring, more active way, you know? Yeah, Starsector. It's not on Steam. That's a shame. What are the payment methods? Oof, yeah, the website looks horrible. Jesus, what the fuck? Why is there pre-order? Isn't it like, you know? Isn't it like, doesn't it exist right now? What does it accept? Gift card, Kalama, PayPal. Oh, BitPay. Okay, I can play in Dogecoin probably, so that's good. No, only Bitcoin. No one pays in Bitcoin anymore. That shit's like dead. That's too much fee and it's so fucking slow. They should accept Litecoin like Ethereum. Even Ethereum is expensive now to fucking transfer. But I'm gonna buy it eventually. It's gonna cost a lot. Time to transfer. But the game it sounds and looks fucking amazing. I enjoy active games more than like passive and like turn-based games like EU4. But yeah, if this game is so huge like that, if you can take a planet and play as a turtle like trading center, I would fucking love this game. But yeah, that's it for now. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm gonna play this game tonight probably, and hopefully I can figure what the fuck is happening. See you later.